Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Advancement Center. Welcome to the world of magic and miracles, to your perfect world. As we come together in collaboration to give everyone exactly what they need, to give them the leg up over the fence, to know thyself as a divine eternal being, and to choose that perspective as we live our life as a human on earth, navigating all that's set up and required, but coming from such a lofty, elevated perspective. So it's wonderful to be here with you today on this new and glorious day. It's super windy here in Sacramento. There feels like a lot of movement. And I didn't broadcast last week, so it feels there is no marker or measurement of that distance, although I know it was 2 weeks ago, but it feels like a year or a lifetime, as so much has happened, so much is happening for everyone. But in my world, things are afoot, things are moving at such a pace. So it's wonderful to share my world, and in doing so, aid and illuminate yours. Last weekend, we had a gathering, a birthday party to celebrate V.D. Jones. It was just beautiful, beyond description, beyond expectation, just so full of beauty and love and so much laughter. But I wanted to share something which David spoke of yesterday. He spoke of a painting that I gifted as a birthday present to Vidi. Now, as a child, I've loved art, drawing and painting, and knew for most of my childhood that was the direction I wanted to go in life. And I ended up sort of falling into graphic design, which I love. But beyond college, I had almost never painted. Once or twice in like 20 years. And recently I listened to the signal to paint again. So I bought paints and canvases, and this was like nine or 10 months ago. And I started a painting, and I knew that painting needed to have trees, and I wanted it to have the sun shining through them. It's the play of light that excites me. There's something about it that is beyond the words of description. It's like coming home. There's magic. There's the vastness of creation. It's all encapsulated. So I looked for a picture to paint, and I found one that I wanted to turn into my first painting in so many years. And that painting then sat half finished until a few weeks ago, a month ago, where I came back to it. And it was so interesting, as I had a folder of pictures that were potential paintings. And as I looked through them to find the source picture, I was struck by, why did I pick this one? There were others that drew me in ways of being easier or being more compositionally interesting, but yet I picked that one. So I continued to refine it, but the whole time there was no expectation of the outcome. There was no thought of who the recipient of this painting would be. And then as we got closer to Viri's birthday celebration, I knew that I was going to give it as a gift to Viri. And I even was finishing painting it the day of the party. Fortunately, I used acrylic paints, so they dry in minutes. And I knew in my heart it would be loved. No expectation of that, but it's just a knowing. And it just gobsmacked me with delight to see her reaction and then tell the story of how she had seen this image, this picture of birch trees and a light shining, emanating through these trees. And sure enough, the picture I picked was a birch tree, or a forest of birch trees, with one close. And even in hearing that story, I didn't have the recognition of, oh, I know that I picked that for you, but I know I picked that for you because it's all so perfect. And we do that all the time. We don't know that we know. And that was one of those experiences where the evidence was so clear. Oh shit, I knew. But still within me, I didn't acknowledge it or see it. So it was so miraculous, such a gift to receive that from her. And we do that for one another all the time. It's like we hide the miracles that we create so that we don't get in our head. We don't analyze it. We don't end up fucking it up. And I feel like that's what happens with me for so many people. Some people are visionaries and they can see the threads the miracles that influence they see beyond this physical world in a way that most people don't. But we all are acknowledging it and seeing it. It's just that part of our human existence, part of the dynamic, decides, I'll keep this a surprise. I'll keep this as a beautiful gift that I give to myself. This morning I walked as I listened to Robert's broadcast, the random selection, and to feel his words, what he delivered from whenever it was broadcast originally, to feel it in myself and in the world. And he spoke of our gifts. And like that painting or that knowing is one of my gifts, one of all of our gifts, I would say. But our awareness of these gifts are coming online. And we can choose to live our life from the place of our divinity, from our source, from the right hand of our Creator, all whilst showing up for work, buying groceries in the store. But we can also choose to live as a human. And with that, all the crap that we have accumulated. But I feel so strongly that the opportunities, the doors are opening. So many that's beyond acknowledgement. And as those doors open, we can step through. And in doing so, we'll leave something behind, a limiting belief, a pattern that has been born from a human experience. And maybe that experience was part of our destiny, part of our journey to grow, to see and feel ourselves for who we truly are. But often we can hold on to them. We get comfortable. We're comfortable in our bullshit. So it's time. And these are showing up for us as ways to move past, to let that go, to live from where we truly exist, knowing everything, connected to everything. It is our judgment, our comparison, that creates all of these patterns of nonsense that keep us stuck. But they are getting pulled off of us, and the doors are being opened to step through and leave it where it lies, for it to be seen and acknowledged, but us rising and soaring beyond whatever that was. I think often as children we are shaped by the world. We want to fit in, and in doing so, we create rules. We throw away parts of ourselves that we deem to be unlovable. All of you is loved. All of you is love. We love you. So I encourage you to step through those doors whenever one presents itself. Today, as I walked, I leant against this beautiful tree, magnificent, and I listened to Robert, and it was like I was being hugged. The love from this tree, its presence, so exquisite. And I had to stop and just be with the tree. So I turned and embraced this beautiful tree, this beautiful being. And our fields intertwined. I felt myself melt. There was such a beautiful feeling, like bubbling, like sparkles popping in my heart. I knew that we were having a conversation, but the words or the details beyond my mind, just like my awareness of picking that birch tree picture. It was a gift that we gave one another, and it was so interesting. As I stepped away, two squirrels ran up the tree, and I didn't see this, but I could feel that they were like, what the hell's going on here? I can feel something. It was just magnificent. So see the beauty that is all around us. It is a choice. We are sovereign and powerful beyond measure. But whatever may be stubbornly holding on, a pattern, a belief, whatever bullshit it may be, it is not who you are. It is just part of the human existence. So I invite you to come with me today to my world, a world where peace, tranquility, and harmony are so present. Beauty and love, mischief and laughter are all present. So kick back, put your feet up, let anything that woes you fall off you like raindrops. And that your spirit and being rise out of your chair, free from everything. Thank you for coming with me on this journey, for being present, for stepping through the door. It is an honor to be with you. And I wish with all that I am for you a perfect life with perfect health and an exquisite and magical, mischievous future, so full of joy and laughter and lightheartedness. Thank you for joining me here today. I, amongst other names, I'm Adrian.